Hello there, my name is Rachel, the person see my channel use review cartoon series, anime series, so something completely random, and today we're going to talk about Fast and Furious Spy Race Sahara, or aka Fast and Furious Season 3, the anime series. Now, watching this series, I wasn't sure what I'm going to get because the last season was actually pretty good. I have some flaws here and there, and this one I feel sort of improved and realized we need to develop the characters. I mean, that's super obvious, but you don't understand. Usually, this sort of ceremony cartoon forget to do that sometimes, and you think Fast and Furious, the anime series, will not do that. Usually, do more dumber and dumber, but no. They decide to evolve them, actually get know to them a little bit better. Even the side characters have a little bit more development. I think one of the two big development characters right now is Tony and Echo. Both of them have sort of a mirror image of a perfect spy, because I love how Tony and Echo trying to go to this spy school to basically be more respected inside of the organization. But the interesting thing, Echo made it, but Tony didn't. And you see how Tony breaks down. He became sort of emo. The guy paint his own fingers. Yeah, I'm 100% sure the guy have eyelashes or kind of like makeup on his face. And that kind of small time period he didn't get inside the organization. Yeah, we're like, okay, bro, I feel you. I do, but just tap it down. Even emo's like, bro, calm down. But I enjoy that because you can see Tony sort of wondering if he's good enough. Be lucky because it's sort of interesting to see Edgar's perspective also and show her skills versus Tony's, because you see both of them are very skilled but very different. Like Echo makes sense to be inside the organization who chosen to become a better agent. She had the skills, the knowledge, and sort of the brain saying, yeah, this mission is it's too late. Let it go, because it's one of the difficult things if you have to admit is I'm wrong or this thing is completely failed and let it go. And as you can see, Tony respect is like, no, we still have a chance. Let's gamble more. Let's do something stupid. Let's do this something else. But because how Tony is more lucky and more bold than Echo, you see he gets completely different results or more successful than Echo. But I love it. They show you the times Echo is better than Tony. It's like one section of the whole show that she's sort of stuck in this sort of base of evil villain who trying to use the water, and you see how she thinks, how she acts, how she takes charge. Do this, you do that, I took this, and she knows she had to sacrifice something to get something. And compared to Tony doesn't do that. He's not the great leader. He's a great spy, but usually he sort of bubbles himself all the way to success. And Echo actually does exactly what the rule says, because the rules actually help her out to solve some things. And I love that they have both. Both of them never actually belittle each other. They do support each other, but at the same time, I love how Tony sort of kind of reflects. He also Echo. When Echo fails, she reflects. That Tony fails, he reflects. But you actually get to know them and understand what their motivations. You love not just them. You also have Cisco and Iceman. Then both of them, they didn't have a full development of this season, but you get to know they have their hobbies. Like, I think one of the best examples is Cisco trying to be an actor or something like that, and some of the members trying to help support him, but he's sort of not good at it. Besides being so old kind of conspiracy guy, you actually get some little insight of him, and you get to get more close to this character. Also, Iceman, and I dislike Iceman, but I like he actually like to do race drones. Like, he's not perfect, because usually the last season made him make him a Mary Sue, the guy version, Mary Goo, or I don't know what they call it, but you get it, a Mary Sue, Miss Perfect. But I love it. He's showing he's not, because in the drone race he fails completely. I mean, he has a hype man potential to be a wrestler or at least an announcer, but he sucks doing drones. He's good at making them, but racism, he's pretty awful. Yeah, I like that they give a little bit more layers to that character. Before I forget, Layla, that she has a little bit more development also. Like, once you understand she can't stay still. In fact, she actually stole a motorcycle because she got nothing to do and she liked being chased like a wild animal for some reason. But at the same time, it seems to me more like she's want to get punished. And this is the reason why she stayed with the team, because later on you see this other character called Santa Claus. And I know that's his real name, but this is how it sounds to me, and that's what I'm gonna say. But anyway, this new character, Santa Claus, hates Layla. In fact, she sort of ambushed Layla and her team to give all the vehicles out and basically use her for bait, because Santa Claus sort of hated her because he got betrayed by Layla. And you see Layla trying to explain and at least forgave, let her go with her team and finish the assignment. I mean, I enjoy that she does reveal she had some issues, and this is the whole reason to doing this team is sort of fix those issues, fix her mistakes. You enjoy that little development like this, make her more interesting. And that's why I love this series, because it gives you more development of all the characters. The more you know about them, the more they regret and messed up they do things, you know them better. You feel more close to them, because every time they're in danger or do something stupid, you get close to them and you hopefully they never do that again. But they do it because it gives you some more dramatics, because you understand the characters and you also love the characters not getting hurt. Now, of course, one thing I sort of hate is the villains, because the villains are not that great. They're Saturday morning cartoon villains, but if you do it right, they are good. I think one of the biggest samples is basically Rafaela, because season 2 she was the main villain, and I think they realized what they created something match ago, because Rafaela, she stole every scene. In fact, I think the voice actor just loved playing this character, how enthusiastic, over the top, and she gave it all. You feel this kind of crazy girl trying to stop the Toretto team and help the villains to do their evil deed, and you feel the fun, you feel the dedication. And that's why I love Rafaela. She is a really good character, so good. The final boss battle is Rafaela. Let's face it, she is way too good to let go, and hopefully bringing her back in the 4th season. But because it's sort of obvious they didn't arrest her or kill her off because she's way too good to not be used again. The question is, what kind of direction would give her? I think it would probably be her mom. They keep teasing something about her mom in prison, and does she going back to break her loose, or who is her mom? And a lot of questions to do with her and her mother. Besides that, you also have a new villain called Mori, the Robotics samurai. That he is sort of that kind of stereotypical samurai robot kind of guy, but the interesting thing is he's not really evil. He's just sort of controlled by this robot arm, who controlled by the main villain called Casey the cowboy. Yeah, remember that villain of the 1st season that you barely get to know? Yeah, he came back as the ultimate villain, that he want to control the world with the weather system, controlling also this little smart child who created the machine. He's a very manipulating guy, but you really don't get to know him as much. But once more, he's entertaining. Also, the robot samurai, he's also interesting because at the very end, he is good. It's just he's being controlled by Casey. And you see the samurai trying to be a very loyal warrior to Casey, but with Rafaela keeping her kind of balance her yin to a yang, and she just want Rafaela to stick to the samurai like a love couple, but the samurai doesn't want to do anything. But I love it, the samurai does have a personality when he gives it a chance to be himself, this weird, obsessive kind of geek who likes samurai stuff. That was very interesting and fun. He also dynamic with Rafaela, like this sort of kind of like Joker Harley Quinn, except the Joker not being crazy, more be a straight serious character. You know, like this sort of dynamic they have. Yeah, I hope in season 4 they bring them back, both of them, but keep them side to side to see this sort of weird development of them, because I was sort of fascinating. And also the show trying to ship them together. Now I actually want this ship, so I hope that I would get it. Just me, I don't know, they did it first. They put this in front of me into my plate. Yeah, I want it now. It's just me. I don't know about you. besides this whole series was, I like to think of 90% well balanced. I mean, that's sort of 10% of the certain scenes I did not like very much. Like the racing scene of the sand was a good racing scene, a good battle. It's just, I felt they needed to calm down a little bit less. Or maybe it's just me. That's the only sort of nitpick. You have little moments here and there, like Cisco's speech trying to kind of give some motivation of the desert people to help them to save his friends. He went a little bit too crazy, but once more, there's a little nitpicks here and there that it feels kind of slowed down the pacing, or I don't think you really needed those. But besides that, I just enjoyed this. This series finally realized, let's get stupider than Fast and Furious, but one up them. Just develop the characters and make them fun, but make them interesting, make them relatable. That's the only problem the original Fast and Furious have, that never make them relatable, never have them couple me time sets for the main characters. But this one, every single character has the time to develop, to be them, to understand them, to cheer about them, feel them sad, feel them happy. And that's why I enjoyed this third season, because they finally realized we had to just make them like well characters. Well, I got nothing else to say. Just my one question: do you enjoy this season? Tell me down below. Got nothing else to say. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.